Yulkeith, have you gotten more love for the touchdown catch or for the block? I know this is kind of impressive on both.
Uh, I'd say really both, but I feel like the block was more love,
You,
cause it was really like I feel like that was the best part of my day as well.
was that your favorite?
Yes, sir.
And then just on the catch, just kind of what'd you see open up on that play, and what was it like, as I mentioned, to get that first score?
So on that play, I wasn't really the primary read, but we always taught to run all our routes full speed, and anything can happen. So once the DB was pressed, I looked. I knew I had a vertical, so I looked back, and I seen Haynes was targeting me.
We'll go front row on the right, Travis from the Brown College Station Eagle.
Yeah, I mean, do you feel like with what y'all have at wide receiver, this is an offense that's going to look for a little bit more for those explosive passing plays?
Yes, I also feel like this room, like we very competitive. So like even in practice, we have guys pushing the guys who are starting. So like we just getting better every day, and the more we rotate guys in there, the more explosive plays we will have.
Okay, so we'll go back behind the lights to the left, Tyler from KBTX.
You talked about the competitive room. What was it like seeing the true freshmen, Evan Stewart, Chris Marshall? I mean, what did they surprise you at all with what they do? And do they even seem like freshmen to you?
I'm not gonna lie. Nah, those guys came in head on straight, and they came to work just like I did when I was a freshman. So I feel like those guys just came in ready, and they put the work in the summer, and they was ready.
We'll go front row on the right, Brent from the Houston Chronicle.
So when Coach Fisher was hired, the recruiting definitely became more national. What brought you to Texas A&M? Had you been here before, and so forth, in terms of what made you an Aggie?
So my recruitment process was a little different. I came in COVID year, so I couldn't really visit the school, but I had a chance to see it virtual, and I just felt like home. Like like when a coach I visited many schools, but this one I never have. So it was like a little weird feeling I had. I was like, they keep calling me. They might want me for real, and I just took a shot at it, and I never looked back since.
So that's a heck of a virtual presentation then. Can you just kind of take us through that? What impressed you about it, just seeing it on a computer screen?
So I'll say really it was just the facilities I was looking around. Like these facilities, nice. I could imagine how they look in person. And then I was just seeing like how the crowd is, and I'm used to like a little fan base, but like this fan base different. So I just took a shot at it.
We'll go front row on the left, Zach from WTAW.
Well, Keith, what's it like being a receiver, receiving the passes from Haynes? I mean, what do you see from him as a quarterback from your position?
Haynes King, he's a great quarterback. I mean, he has a great arm. Some few plays last Saturday, he really couldn't like show his arm off a little bit because of the line, but he's a great quarterback. And I just feel like the balls he got and the way he could throw is very good.
We'll go second row on the right, Olin from TexAgs.
Yeah, first of all, who would you think is the fastest among these receivers?
When I think about my receiver group, I say we like the Dolphins. We just got to race and find out because nobody know yet.
Where would you come in that race?
I'm putting myself first. But I know a few guys will put themselves first too, so I just say we're going to have to race.
Do you really believe that that game against Sam Houston, do you feel like you're going to continue to have a prominent role in this passing game?
Yes, I also feel like that because, teams lately been trying to like put a lot of safeties and DBs on the field, so we'll just have to open it up, putting multiple receivers out there and just taking our matchups. So I feel like I would play a good role because I got speed, and a lot of guys in the room got speed as well, and we just need playmakers out there.
We'll go second row on the right, David from TexAgs.
Yulkeith, we talked about Haynes on the field, but what is he like in the huddle as things are developing, just his leadership there?
See, that's the thing that I love about Haynes because even on or off the field, he's a leader. Like, I got study hall with him, and, like, he's on top of his class works. Like a leader, he just makes sure you're on top of things, and he always going to put you in the right spots to be successful. So that's why I like Haynes, and I think he's a great leader.
We'll go front row on the left, Naomi from the battalion.
So what did that touchdown really mean to you? How'd your family, friends react, all that?
In my time, like, the neighborhood hero. So, like, to me, that was amazing. And then just finally seeing the crowd finally know who, like, I am and just looking at them. I promise you I had a celebration in my mind since last year, and I forgot about it as soon as I scored.
We'll go front row on the right. Cole from allaggies.com.
After the block, did you look over to the sideline to see if anyone was reacting?
No, not really. I just wanted Zero to make sure he saw me because I know, like, me and him, we got a strong connection. So once I did that for him, I just made sure, like, I was so happy he scored, I just made sure he saw it.
Did he tell you anything afterwards when you got to the sideline?
He said, I love you and you my brother.
And then you mentioned that, like the Miami Dolphins, you want to see who wins in a race. There's another guy that can also run pretty quick, Haynes King.
Oh, yeah.
Where does he fall in that line?
Top 5, for sure.
Is he slower than you?
Nah, he's slower than me, but I want to say not that slow. But he's slower than me.
We'll go back behind the lights to the left. Tyler from KBTX.
You know, with all the young talent in this receiving core, what's it like having Anias there as a leader and just kind of showing you guys and leading the way? And what's that? You already talked a little bit about the bond you have.
Okay, Anias, he's a great leader. I mean, since last year I came in, like, that's another reason I came here because Jimbo, like, told me, like, he's a you type of guy. Like, I could move you guys around in different spots. And, like, when I just got to finally meet him, like, he took me in as a little brother and just always been a mentor to me, like, teaching me the right things, showing me the playbook, helping me just working out-wise, and just he's a great role model. So I feel like when he just contributed to the room, he talked, and he finally, like, he's not a vocal leader. He like to just show you he's going to lead. So, like, this year he had to really take the time and speak, and I think that helped the young guys because, you know, a guy like him with so much success, you got to listen to him because he only know the right things. So I feel like he's doing the right thing.
Anything else for Yulkeith? We'll go back to Tyler behind the lights.
Obviously, in a shutout game, you don't need all the touchdowns, but how confident are you with what you saw in the passing game and the offense that if it did come to a shootout that you guys would be able to go toe-to-toe with any opponent?
For sure. I also think, like, it was some plays, like, we also could have made shots on that nobody's seen, but I just feel like here from on out, with our receiver core we got and the guys that can mix in with them, we're going to be a problem. So I think.
Front row on the right. Cole from allaggies.com.
Yulkeith, Appalachian State's defense is a little bit more of a veteran unit. To be able to go up against the level of competition that you face with young players like Denver and Tyreek, but also veterans like Miles and Brian, how does that make you better for running your routes and for finding ways to get open?
It makes us better every day just because those guys are physical and, like, they like to get your hands on you. So I'll say, like, App State defense, they probably don't be as much physical, but they more veteran. But our DBs are very physical, and they help us in practice every day.
Stay on the front row on the right. Brent from the Houston Chronicle.
You had the passing, the explosive plays in the passing game. Do you feel like it's just a matter of time, or what do y'all need to do to get the run game going at this point? Because that obviously was a problem in the first game.
Yes, sir. I feel like the run game is going to get well real soon. It's just the first game jitterbugs. You know, the O-line had a tough camp. Them guys still competitive and competing every day, and they're going to get things right.
Go second row on the left. Alex from the Brown College Station Eagle.
So I know you said you couldn't come visit campus when you were being recruited, but, that 2020 season was when A&M played in the Orange Bowl. You just being right down the street. Did you get to go watch that game?
Yes, that was really my only time I ever seen A&M play. And I think that was the best game I ever saw. And they always tell me, like, that was one of the best teams. So I always felt like, why not come here and be a better team?
What do you remember about going to that game in particular?
I remember Anaya scoring, like, 2 touchdowns and A-Chain going crazy that game.
Go to the third row on the left. Cease from the Brown College
So I
Station
see
Eagle.
you're in track. So what is your best times? What have been your best times?
I'm really like a 100 guy. Like a short guy, so I'd say fastest time probably like, it was in high school, so it was probably like 11, but I think right now I could run like a 10.7, 10.6. I just got to get on that track.
You're so wide open. You're worried about dropping that ball. You ever dropped a ball like that? You're not open?
They say it's the easy ones that get you, but no, I wasn't worried about that one. That one, I was ready for a touchdown on that one.
Anything else? All right, we'll go second row on the right to Olin from Texas.
Excuse me. Since you're talking track and you ran track, I assume you ran on a 4x1 relay.
Yes, sir.
So if you were doing one with your teammates, who would you pick?
Top 4?
Yeah, who's your relay?
We argued about this the other day, actually. So I'll say my first leg, I'll go with Haynes. Second leg, I'm giving it to Evan Stewart. Third leg, probably, I'm going to switch that. I'm going to get A-Chain 2. then I'm get Evan 3 and let me close it out. Or you could let A-Chain close it out and let me be the 2. I just feel like me and A-Chain could be the 2 and 4 and let Haynes and Evan Stewart be 1 and 3.
Go right here on the right, Cole.
You're a Miami native, and you've talked a lot about the Dolphins. So, do you see more of yourself as a Tyreek Hill or a Jalen Waddle?
I say more like a Jalen Waddle, because Jalen Waddle, he got routes, and I say like his special team ability is amazing. And even though I'm not back there yet, but he showed me some great things that I feel like I could do as well. And like both of their game is crazy though. I like both of them, but I just like Jalen Waddle more because he just made a lot of explosive plays in college that I want to either do or be better than.
All right, thanks, Yulkeith.
Nope.